So the markets seem to be in free fall now, once again, and I'm using this time just to take a bit of stock and just look at specific assets that I would like to start accumulating, ETH being one of those. Welcome back to Bearman Crypto, where we talk all things crypto. So in today's video, I just want to talk about Ethereum and just tell you a bit about what I'm seeing and potentially where I might start to accumulate more ETH should prices go that way. So we can see over the last 24 hours, the price of the top two assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum, have been down. More so over the last week or so, Ethereum has been considerably a lot further down than Bitcoin in terms of price. So over the last 7 days, Ethereum is down 9.4% and Bitcoin is only down 3%. So there's been a few things that have happened over the last probably about 5 days. So when there was talk of the FTX being hacked and money starting to be moved out even though assets were frozen, it turns out that the hacker at the time stole around, I think what I saw was close to about 370 million US dollars. That was in the form, I'm not quite sure if that was just in the form of actual crypto or whether it was in US dollars. But what we do know is since then that hacker was holding a large bag of ETH. And there's been reports that I saw on crypto Twitter today then that this hacker was now basically dumping ETH, and it seems that there's some sort of scam that they're trying to do, or I don't know exactly what it is. And basically they started dumping ETH and weirdly enough buying a synthetic version of Bitcoin, so REN BTC. I'm sure it will all start to unravel over the next few days. There's probably a huge master plan behind it. And I suspect, obviously, SBF is behind this. Obviously not confirmed. But this is why we've obviously seen Ethereum tank as it has done. But again, that has not put me off ETH. I'm still very much bullish on ETH long term. So one of my favorite sites that just gives me some good stats on ETH and how it's performing since the merge is ultrasound.money. So we can see that obviously since the merge, it's obviously gone deflationary, as we know. And when we look at the last 30 days, the amount of ETH burnt, 689k, is greater than the actual ETH issued of 622k. So that is, it's based on a number of things. At the moment, the market is relatively quiet. There's not a lot of people releasing much in the way of projects, and when particularly gas fees was particularly high, was specifically around when there was a lot of NFTs being minted, particularly in the bull market. A lot of that is not happening at the moment. So therefore, the amount of ETH that is actually being burnt, although it is higher than what's being issued, if and when, okay, more so when we return into a bull market, this burning will be a lot greater than what's being issued, because there's going to be a lot of projects launching, a lot of NFTs being minted, and a lot more ETH is going to get burnt essentially through transactions. So this is just an indication of where things are going, where things are relatively quiet. Although things are quiet, the amount of ETH being burnt is actually greater than the amount of ETH issued. So that just makes me just more bullish about ETH as an asset. You can see the gas fees are extremely low, 10 gwei, which is nothing basically. In the peak of the bull market, people were paying ridiculous amounts of money for transaction fees. So just having a look on TradingView in terms of ETH and where I see this going. So this is just a chart that I drew basically. This is on the daily time frame, looking over the last 6 or so, last 4 or so months. and we can see where basically things started getting a bit bullish back in October, where we basically broke out of this channel here. So started getting a bit bullish, went as high as what was that, 1685, and then obviously things started breaking down, and that was mainly because of the news that started coming out with FTX. That was the catalyst that then really broke the market back down, and we fell back into this channel here. We can see that we're following this descending pattern at the moment, and based on everything that I'm reading, I suspect we're going to be headed further down if all that dumping and market manipulation continues. There's a lot of news that doesn't look too positive that's likely to come out over the next week or so, and we could potentially see ourselves falling down to this around about this 800 between, I would say, so what's this, the wick low that we saw back in June 2022, that was 870. So I would say the price that I'm looking at specifically is around that 870 mark, between that 800 and 870 mark. Anything between around that sort of region, I will be starting to reaccumulate my ETH considerably, as I think this will probably be starting to signal that we're near the bottom of this bull market, of this bear market run, sorry. So this could be a signal. Well, this will be my signal that I'll be using. Again, not financial advice. Please do your own further research before investing any of your money. And again, obviously, I'm not a TA expert, as you can see. So I'm just showing you what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, and where I'm likely to be buying. That's all I had for this video. If you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video so it gets around, everyone gets to see it. And you know, all I'm saying is keep paying attention. Things are likely to get boring in the next few months. The price action could be very much sideways, but it's at times like this that is vital to keep paying attention and staying focused, because things can then move fairly quickly. But that's all I had for you, and I'll see you around in my next video.